Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Threads of Fate. Now, before we tackle the final dungeon, there's a couple of things I'm going to tackle first. So, you might remember I have been collecting these so-called legendary items, and, well, here's what they are. They are not legendary items at all. They're just regular kitchenware. So what you want to do is you want to collect these items and bring them to the guy that owns the bar here. Now, once you give him these items, as he says, you know, he can prepare meals for us. The thing is, we have to actually go and, you know, hunt down whatever the ingredients are. So, like, for example, okay, you got to kill 30 Gudons for him to make that. There are 4 dishes. I will post the information on the screen, but there are 4 dishes that he can make, and they come up randomly. So pretty much every time that you go to him, it will change. But you want to make these items because these increase your stats. Like, one will actually increase, like, your hit points, one will increase your magic points, one will increase your attacking, and one will increase your defense. So it's just another means of being able to level up at a pretty decent pace. The catch is, though, with the legendary items, I think it's, like, after, like, a certain number of dishes, they break. So this is very temporary.
That said, Rue, you're not helping your case. How do you mistake kitchenware for these legendary armor?
I know, the same thing happens in Mint's story too, so it's like, I guess everybody in this world just thinks, like, you know, chefs are like noble knights or some shit.
Yeah.
I've heard legends of the sacred ladle.
Alrighty, so I just figured I'd show this off, you know. There's really no reason for you to come back to Fancy Mill, but regardless, it's a means, like, you know, oh, you don't know where to go and what to do at this point? She says, okay, go see Wylaf. So, that's exactly what we're gonna do. As soon as we finish hammering these guys.
There you go.
Seems a little overkill for some tadpoles, but okay.
That's okay.
Like gasp.
Don't go dying on us, Ryan.
Fucking flies, I swear to God. Jesus. God.
Did a fly fly in your mouth?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like, I inhale only for a little bugger to get into my fucking mouth. God damn.
Ugh. Yuck.
Ugh.
Yuck.
God. Yeah, don't you just love it when that kind of shit happens? Especially if you're on, like, a roller coaster or something.
Must have been a young fly, because young flies I know typically don't really have the idea of personal space. Also, not time for another game of tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, it's like, yep, second verse, same as the first, but now I'm just going to be a cheating bitch, and I'm gonna use the witch that you can get in Maya's temple.
Wait.
Just stay in the middle, and just launch pumpkins wherever he's at, and dude will die.
Pumpkins, I hate pumpkins.
I mean, it's like, yes, you will take damage, but I think that's a pretty fair trade-off.
What happened there?
I was being a dumbass. That's what was happening.
Ow.
Yeah, it looks like the damage output you're taking is way less than the damage you're dealing to him. So why not?
Yeah, just keep shooting pumpkins into the dick.
Note to self: huge spiked balls are nowhere near as threatening as pumpkins.
What the hell was that? Damn it! What's up?
What
was that response?
Yeah, apparently this guy's a hopeful for Team Skull.
It's your boy, Trapmaster.
God damn it! It's your boy.
It has how sad is that? As if this game actually was voice acted, that's probably exactly the kind of voice they would give Trapmaster here.
It's your boy.
Trapmaster would wipe his ass with $600.
That's it. Did you guys see the recent Pokemon trading card game commercial where it shows Team Skull having a dance-off against the Pikachu mascots?
No.
Oh my god, you guys need to see that. Because they actually got like professional dancers dressed up as Team Skull. Like even one guy dressed up as like Gladian and another dressed up as Plumeria. They look so fucking accurate, it's amazing. And they actually like pull off these wicked dance moves. And they're effectively having a dance-off against those giant Pikachu mascots that, that danced around Japan.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Oh, man. Yeah, that I will definitely have to give a watch.
Yeah.
Because, like, if their dance moves are good as how you say they are, then it's like, I maybe see, like, the best Team Skull cosplayers ever.
Okay, but wouldn't it be some shit? Like, this is finally he's smart enough to call out Mode Master on our bullshit, but then that actually does end up being the real Claire. It's like, fuck!
No!
And then he just slices her down, and then Mode Master's in the background laughing her ass off. Like, fuck!
That being said, the comment that Mode Master made earlier, where, Rue was saying, yo, you can't fool me with that disguise. So she makes a comment, like, something along the lines like, well, perhaps a more exotic Claire would get you rattled. It's like, you do realize that Rue sees Claire like a sister, right? Like, what are you implying, madam?
Maybe Mode Master's into incest, who knows?
Clearly, Rue, and you're good, Rue. You're good little two shoes, little goody two shoes.
It's like, yeah, clearly she's a Game of Thrones fan. So, yeah, this fight is literally nothing all that impressive. All you gotta do is just attack. That's it. She's dead.
Wow. Not even 10 seconds.
I mean, they tried to make it challenging by having her transform into a monster that you'll actually be encountering in the final dungeon. But it's like,
Rue!
yeah.
Damn you!
I hate Rue, I really do. He's a fucking moron.
It's like, I'm trying to recall. It's like, did this exact same bullshit happen earlier in this game? Yeah, at this point,
in the last video.
Rue, you should be, see, right there. For like the 28th time, Mode Master, there we go. Mode Master literally transformed into Claire right in front of your face. It's fine to slay her down.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, like, after each of these encounters, you still have to go through the mountain and everything, so I've just been skipping all of that because you've seen it already.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Wait,
so
please tell me we can transform into the dragon now.
Yeah,
please.
Like he says you can only assume the form once, so pretty much this is how Rue's gonna get to the fortress that's in the sky. He's gonna transform into Wylaf, and as soon as he reaches it, well, that's it. He can only do it one time.
No, he's what he should do. If he can only do it one time, transform into the dragon, stay as the dragon, and just fuck everybody up as the dragon. You are a motherfucking dragon.
Better yet, just live for the rest of your life as a dragon.
Also, now the dragon is playing therapist.
And how does that make you feel? Well, it makes me feel really depressed.
What was that laugh? Is he like? I know he's supposed to be like super super old. Are they trying to imply that he has like an old man voice?
I guess. I'd say, honestly, I think, like, again, I guess this is my personal opinion, but if this game was voice acted, I would imagine they'd give him, like, the voice of, like a Parthenax from Skyrim. And it's like, I know neither of you have really played Skyrim, but it's like, yeah, Parthenax had, like, an old wise man type voice, which, suited the character very well. And, like, that's the kind of voice that I would imagine for a Wylaf, honestly.
Were you given orders to save Claire? I think not. It's like, oh, but why, love? I gotta say Claire! He's like, shut up, Rue.
I think he was making that implication, like, because that whole conversation was that Rue was having doubts about whether or not he should join Dollmaster or not, and that he's scared that he might end up doing so, and then Dragon Dude was just making a point that you have your own will. You don't have to do it if you don't want to.
Yeah. So here's a funny little cutscene. So if you go into the hotel, you get this.
Oh look, they're sisters. If that wasn't obvious.
Yeah.
Ew. Oh. Little censorship in Threads of Fate. Oh god, how long have you been standing there? It's such a lovely day to kick the ass of your younger sister, is it not?
How dare you call her an expletive with parentheses?
With brackets. Oh.
I love that.
Rue, you really are an idiot.
No, but still, I love that. But I love that. I love that bit where it's like, Rue's just got like, what? And like, you see like Mint and Maya on both sides of his head. And it's like, you see like Mint stomping on the ground and Maya laughing. It's like, I love that. Because it's like,
that was great.
That is so fucking accurate to the two of them. And believe me, you will be seeing a lot more interaction when we get to Mint's story. So it's like, it's freaking spot on.
Of course, Rue falls on the ground. Not Rue, fucking Maya. Mint. No, Mint ends up on the ground. Maya ends up on the bed.
Yeah, and Rue's just standing back eating popcorn.
I asked for her help to rule the world, and she just laughed.
She's a goody little two-shoes.
Yeah, that said, Maya, you're completely powerless right now. I'm fairly certain Mint can kick your ass.
And yet Mint's high jump kicks do nothing to Maya, as shown at the beginning of this cutscene. Oh, well, I better get out of here.
Yep. Just felt like showing that off. So I did some leveling up on like my own, like outside and everything. Took advantage of the legendary items and everything. So now we can actually move to the fortress. Now, bear in mind, once you select going to the fortress, this is the point of no return. So if there's anything else that you want to do, you've got to do it before you decide to go. Because pretty much from here on out, we are just continuing through the end of the game. And Elena, this would be heartwarming if it wasn't the fact that you're fucking Elena.
That
it's
and
like,
you're pretty much.
Well, no, Dan.
Right on the edge of the cliff.
I get the point that what they're doing and everything, she's saying, please come back and everything, and she's saying it like, I'm making pumpkin pie tonight, so please come back and have some and everything, and it's like, that would be heartwarming, except that this is Elena that we're talking about, and it's like, I can't take that.
No. You know what, Danny? Considering what we've seen of Rue up to this point, they're perfect for each other. Fuck it.
Idiots attract one another, don't you know?
You look at that, Rue. You're a goddamn dragon. Stay as the goddamn Okay.
Okay, what?
She tried to jump on Rue, being like, hey, take me with you, and he's like, no, I'm going alone.
Why?
Well, yeah, why exactly? I mean, it's like heaven. I mean, it's like if for whatever reason Rue comes up against Mode Master again, we know what's gonna happen. It's gonna rinse and repeat.
And almost immediately transforms back into himself. Should have stayed as the goddamn dragon, asshole.
I'm running low on energy. Please, change my batteries.
I am Prima. Please insert girder.
Yeah, I'll just lay here and hopefully I have the power to recharge.
Wow,
Rue, you've changed.
Rue really thinks
you've been dumber. You've gone a lot dumber than earlier, haven't you?
Honestly, Rue must think really highly of himself if he thinks he's stronger than a goddamn dragon.
Yeah, it's like shoot. If Rue can't even go up against a person like Mode Master, it's like it's highly unlikely that he will be able to stand up to a dragon or whatever. Let's be real.
Goddamn, are we gonna have to go find all of his clothing again? Fuck.
Well.
Oh goddamn it! And this game once again does the stupid fucking video game thing that I really hate that they do. When your character has a means of flying to the top, but instead they choose to start at the very bottom. Like, I get why they do that, but story-wise, it's dumb. You can write around it differently. There was no reason why Rue couldn't have just flown to the top of the castle. Come on.
Yeah. Alrighty, so that being said, Valen's Fortress is basically a maze. Think of it that way. Even even with all the times I've played this game, I still don't get, off the top of my head, because it's like, yeah, you have to hit the right portals to be able to go, to proceed, but sometimes when you hit those, centers, yeah, you have to end up fighting monsters, and as you'll see, sometimes you have to activate them to fight all the monsters before it'll actually let you go forward. And it's like, it's annoying shit like that,
It's a gauntlet, effectively.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, thank you for the minimal health that I needed. But it's like, the way if you're actually going the right way, if you notice that sometimes, those pedestals after you've, attacked monsters and everything, that middle piece, how it's got symbols on it. When you defeat enemies, those symbols go away and it becomes, a solid color. That's how you know that it's okay, I've already taken care of that guy, so, no need to go back. So, I mean, there are some visual clues that, they try to at least, help you, but even then, it's just it's still annoying.
Yeah.
Completely understandable.
So, what are those things? Is that like a bowl or something?
The monster in the middle, I think that's... I want to say they're supposed to be the behemoths from Final Fantasy. And then, yeah, the things on the side are I guess, dinosaurs that shoot out thunderbolts. I don't know.
But you're timed? Why are you timed?
If you can cross and get to the end before the timer runs out, basically... basically, it's more chances for items, more health to replenish, that kind of shit. It really doesn't matter.
Wait, can't you fly? Fly!
No, well.
Yeah.
Not even flying helps. God damn it.
Yeah, gargoyles don't fly, they double jump.
Fuck! I call shenanigans.
See, this is why it would have been perfect for you to just stay as the goddamn dragon. He said you can only transform it into it once. He didn't say for how long you can stay as it.
Oh god damn it!
It's okay. It's I'm not taking any health damage. I mean, look, I can fall as much as I want.
Oh, so basically
and I won't die.
So basically, you just fall enough for the joy of it.
I think by this point, I'm by that point, I'm just fuck it. It's like, I will take perverse pleasure in watching this boy die.
Oh no, I let Rue fall to it. Oh, wait, this is Rue we're talking about. Why do I care?
Yeah. And then there's shit like that where it's like, I land. Motherfucker!
Gotta love weight.
You almost there. Hey, there we go. First try. Nobody else saw that.
First try.
First try.
What is that? It's a raptor? Yeah, it's a raptor. Or some kind.
Some kind of dinosaur.
Oh my god, it's the lava bubbles from Fly 1.
The fire... Rue is the fire slugs! Quick, use your battering ram before they get to those computers! Man, may I just say, I really cannot wait till I'm finally getting around to doing the sequel.
Oh, you and me both.
Oh, man.
That's it. Without spoiling too much, I finally got around to seeing what goes on in Sly 4. That game makes me very uncomfortable.
In what regard?
I'll explain after the part's done.
Okay.
Oh, okay, alright. Because, I mean, it has been quite a while since I have played Sly 4 these in time. So I'm just like, you mentioned something uncomfortable. I'm just like, yeah, again, in what regard?
I know, that's what I'm trying to think, like, 'cause, again, it's been a while since I've played it, too, so that's why I'm just like, I'm trying to think back, it's like, yeah, I don't know which parts you're talking about.
That's Pet. Speaking of which, so I've been actually, something I've been meaning to do, and I tried streaming this yesterday, but like my internet was super crappy for whatever reason, or so maybe it was something on like YouTube's end, I'm not even sure what it was, but like, I wasn't able to do it, but like, I've actually been wanting to, take like fictional thief characters and turn them into Persona 5-esque personas, kind of like what we see of like Arsène Lupin or like Captain Kidd and such.
Oh, okay.
But like, I wanted to take characters like Gambit, like my favorite X-Men character, or characters like Sly Cooper or like Yuffie from Final Fantasy VII or Rouge the Bat, like turn them into personas, and see how I can make them out to be.
That actually would be pretty boss.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Like I kind of imagine at least for Sly, like his face would actually would look like his insignia, like his like his logo.
Yeah.
Because I imagine for a character like Sly Cooper, who not only is very keeps himself in the shadows, no one ever sees him except for his calling card. That's how people would recognize him as. So it only makes sense for his face to be the calling card.
Yeah.
Or at least he's like wearing a mask of the calling card, regardless of such.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that would be a pretty cool art stream. Well, I mean, that's like, when you're doing, like, thief characters, like, would you, like, I guess, like, are there, like, any limitations or something? Like, do you just want to do fictional characters, or what?
Well, I'll do, in general, thieves, though I think doing fictional ones would be a lot more fun, because, I guess it just depends. Because, like, Persona 5 pretty much nails majority of the most known thief characters. I mean, they missed a couple that I thought would have been pretty cool to see, like Bonnie and Clyde. I think would have been pretty cool to see. But like,
well, that actually would have been interesting.
I've always kind of had the thought of like, what if like we were to, it's like if a lot of us were able to come up with our own like custom designed personas.
I mean, I guess it just depends. If we were to have like our own personas, like.
Well, you got to think back to also like what theme you want to go for, because at least as far as 3 through 5, the main characters, each of their personas basically follows like some kind of a theme. Like, yeah, Persona 5, they're all named after famous thieves. In Persona 3, I believe it's Greek gods. And then in Persona 4, Japanese gods. Like, gods, mythological creatures, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they've all adhered to some kind of a theme. It's just, yeah, Persona 5, they were just like, oh, hey, we're gonna do thieves now. We're not gonna actually follow, like, mythological creatures or something. It's like, no, these are, like, famous, like, literary characters, which I actually thought was a very nice change of pace.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, it's like, I know, like, a lot of the Personas, like, in previous, like, Persona games, they had their own unique designs and abilities and all that jazz, but I had no idea that, like, even with the difference in, like, character design or whatever, they are all based on one particular theme, like, depending on which Persona game you're playing.
Well, the main cast of Personas are like the because your character specifically, your main, like, the character you play as, like, he's what's called a wild card, meaning he can actually use multiple personas depending on what other monsters you can get from enemies and such. But the other characters all generally stick to one persona, until they reach their max confidant social link, whatever, in which their persona, like, levels up into something better.
Yeah, and it gives them, like, an extra ability, some better stats, that kind of stuff. Henceforth, like, Ryan, that's like, yeah, Ryan, the guy that introduced me to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, yeah, you would fucking love Persona. Yeah, because, I mean, that's essentially that's essentially what these Personas are. They're stands.
Right, the only difference with that is, like, yeah, with stands, they're basically the embodiment of one's proud soul. With Personas,
well, they're the embodiment. It's like, it's more or less a very similar thing. It's just, yeah, in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, they're seen as more as, like, psychic punching ghosts, whereas, like, in Persona, they act like stands, but they are designed very differently.
Right.
Like, I don't know how it is for Personas 3 and 4, but I know in 5, their personas represent, like, their inner rebel.
Yeah.
Inner rebel?
Yeah, like, their inner rebel. Like their inner, like, yeah, they're
rebel. Oh.
Yeah, like, I guess, like, without getting too much into spoiler territory, kind of just going off, like, the first 4 characters you get. Like, your main character, Joker, like, his persona is Arsène Lupin, who is, like, he's seen as a type of gentleman thief, which kind of goes into what Joker, or I guess Akira Kurusu, it kind of plays as. Like, Ryuji, his persona is Captain Kidd, a pirate, so, but that also fits into who Ryuji is. Ryuji's a lot more thuggish, a lot more, and a lot more vulgar, kind of like a pirate. And then there's On, whose persona is Carmen, a dominatrix, which goes into, which actually that's actually kind of one of the kind of where things get a little more complicated, because it's not necessarily just their inner rebel, but it could also be what they, what people see them as that they don't necessarily like about themselves. In On's case, people kind of saw her as more of a sexual outlet, which she hated about herself, and her persona kind of took that and empowered it for her. She still didn't necessarily like it, but she still very much took advantage of it.
Yeah.
Which in this case, it turned her into a dominatrix.
Okay.
Which is effectively what the fictional character Carmen was. A case of a woman who, would...
Yeah, she would manipulate men and everything. I believe it's a reference of the opera Carmen.
Yeah. She smoked cigars and would trample men under her heel and use a whip to fight and things like that.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, that's at least that's the kind of stuff that they were doing in Persona 5. Personas 3 and 4 follow very similar outlets. It's a little, actually, at least maybe in my opinion, the Personas I felt in 3, they were designed, I guess the way they were designed, I didn't think that they were necessarily, like, they were definitely following more towards, like, let's make this Greek figure look badass, and it's like, okay, maybe the figure with the character shares a trait or something, and that makes sense, but as far as like the actual design for it goes, it's just, okay, we'll just make this look badass. Persona 4, though, I would say is a lot closer to 5, where pretty much, even as far as the designs of the personas themselves, they do, not only do they tie into, the Japanese figures and gods that they're representing, but even the way they're designed ties into, what the characters are going through. And, I actually thought that was really cool.
Okay. Yeah, like at some point at the very least, I don't know what I'm gonna do about 3. I've been tempted to at least watch the Persona 4 anime.
Yes, I will recommend. I still recommend playing the games. But if you don't have the opportunity to do so, by all means, look into the anime. It's actually very accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, that was essentially like my aside from the Hi, I'm Daisy comic dub, it's like when it comes to official Persona 4 stuff, it's like the animation of Persona 4, that was like my official introduction into Persona 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this like at one earlier point. I know I did purchase Persona 4 like from the PlayStation Store because it was on sale for like a few bucks or whatnot. Again, it's one of those cases where it's still a part of the huge backlog of games that I still need to go through.
Yeah, no problem. It's like I said, like I still, as much as 5 right now is my favorite Persona. But 4 is still so damn good, and it's very much worth the time.
Actually, I'm trying to recall. It's like, didn't the Atlas extend that deadline to stream or upload any content of Persona 5 until like November or something?
Yeah, like
they don't know.
They did. They pushed it back to I guess right after you defeat. I guess what is like trying to avoid spoilers for the most part, but
yeah,
like the main palace final boss technically.
Okay.
But then after that, like more than likely, like by the time we ever get into playing the game, more than likely that deadline will be gone, and also for the most part, we're probably going to want to do Personas 3 and 4 first.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, because like, I know it's like, once it hits that particular date in November, it's like, okay, of course, they're not going to allow, like, anybody to upload or stream anything Persona 5 related, but at the same time, though, how long would that last? Like, maybe a month? A few months?
It really just depends. And even then, like, even if we were to start Persona 5, tomorrow, for whatever reason, I'm fairly certain, considering how fucking long the game is, by the time, and considering that we only upload like once a week per part, even if we were to do an hour-long part, an hour per part for each part, that deadline would probably be gone by the time we even get to that point in the game. So it's really kind of moot for us. So it's not really that big a deal. But like I said, we'll probably do 3 and 4 first. Like I'm sure if anything, I think Danny's actually the only one that's played 3, so she'll probably do that. 4.
Brandon has played 3 as well. I don't know if he's beaten it or not, but I know he's played it.
Because I know Russell's been was really big on 4. Mm-hmm. Like I know I totally want to jack 5 because 5 is just too good. It's just a great fucking game.
Yeah, man. That's like. Yeah, that's like if we ever get around to doing the Persona games and everything, that's like, I still haven't played 1 or 2, and I think I owe it to myself to do so. It's just, I know, like, it's like, I would definitely, without a doubt, I would play, 4. I guess it would just be a matter of, okay, do I want to play, do I want to play 3, or, let, someone else handle it?
Well, it's like, as for Persona, I tried playing Persona 1, like, before, like, my buddy let me borrow his PS4 so I could actually play Persona 5. Like, I tried playing Persona 1 on, like, an emulator. I had to put it down after, like, maybe 20 minutes. Like, I got lost so quickly.
Really?
Yeah, like, I had no idea where I had to go. Like, I even restarted the game, like, just to read. Like, all I knew was I had to go to a hospital. I had no idea where the goddamn hospital was. The game didn't even tell me where it was. So, like, I got lost so quickly before gameplay even started. Like, I couldn't continue it.
Oh,
Damn.
That's a drag.
That's it. I have seen Persona 1 in action fully. Like, I know the Super Gaming Brothers played it on their channel. It's kind of just a meh game in my opinion, just from what I've seen of it.
Okay.
I've never seen 2 in action though. That one I have not seen at all yet.
Yeah, I've never seen 1 and 2 nor 3 in action before. The only experience I guess if you want to call it that, the only glimpse of Persona 3 I've ever had was when I saw the few characters from Persona 3 that made their appearance in Persona 4 Arena.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's like, what you call it, Blurg. I know, like, yeah, because Persona 4 Arena, you got, like, a couple of, the characters. I think Ultimax was the one that you got the majority of, the remaining cast.
Oh, wait a second. Was it Ultimax, like, basically, like, a legit sequel to Persona 4 Arena? Or was it just,
yeah. It was a legit sequel.
Oh, okay. Because it's like, when I first heard about it, I first got the impression that it was gonna be like how Capcom handled Street Fighter 4, and it's like, okay, it's literally the same game, but they just added additional content to it. But they decided to just go ahead and re-release it, like, in physical disc or whatever, as opposed to, like, just making it, like, DLC.
Right. So meanwhile, back to plot.
Anyway, our butler's here.
It's like, yeah, so it's like, fortunately, we are, almost through with this fortress, at least the annoying parts, so... consider this, I guess, like your midpoint boss. So, the battle against Psycho Master, it's exactly the same as in the church. You have to attack him from behind. Only difference now is he's put up a force field. So, do not let him hit you, like, send you flying. Because he'll send you flying onto those walls and you will take, like, 1 or 2 hit points more damage. So, it's like they're trying to handicap you by, like, putting you in a more enclosed space this time around.
His eyes are open.
Fuck! Now he definitely means business. My back!
Yeah, but, like I said, it's literally the exact same strategy, so... Not really all that challenging, when you know what the hell to do.
Jeez, even
that's a wall. You're not supposed to run into those.
Even King Bob and Bowser from Mario 64 showed more effort because their weak points were also their backs, but they at least had the ability to turn around and at least try to face where you're going.
Yeah, exactly. This guy is just. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's like, this guy, he's not really turning his whole body around, per se. He's only turning his head slightly to the direction where Rue is going to get behind his back.
It's like, I wonder where he's going.
God. Surprise. Wait.
Oh.
Okay. Blah, I am dead.
Don't feel bad for the fucker.
Alrighty, but with that said, pretty much, this next area... Yeah, this is basically, fighting bosses round 2. Like, that's where they're saying, oh, you're gonna be afflicted with the fears of your past. It just basically means, yeah, you want to proceed forward. All the bosses that we had fought throughout this game, we're gonna have to fight them again. But
Mega Man.
Yeah, but regardless, we will worry about that next time. So join us next week for the finale.
Woo!
Of Roof Story, anyway.